everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I have a lot to tell you, so I'm going to try to do this in 10-minute segments. So I'm going to keep an eye on the thing and put them out like that. I think it'd be easier to watch. I just did it, and it was like almost an hour, and I'm like, no. It's not going to work. And there is a lot to say, so I'm going to, maybe put one out a day until the whole story is told. I hope everybody's doing well. The weather is beautiful. I'm in North Carolina. I finally got moved over. When I came back from, in May, I came back for my daughter and my granddaughter's birthday. And I also had doctor's appointments and stuff, so I do my yearly stuff while I was there too. Made appointments month in advance. But anyway, I go down there, and a lot of stuff. I found out a lot of stuff. I really don't want to get into the details of what happened, how I found it out, because this is what makes the video so long. But the gist of it is that my husband was cheating on me, which I'm sure people probably aren't surprised, because I think back on a lot of stuff and I'm thinking, but when you're in it, it's different. And he denied it. Well, I knew. I kind of knew, but he kept denying it and denying it and denying it. Well, when I went down there in May, I got the proof. And I made him admit to it. And I did a lot of screaming and yelling and stomping around. And I immediately took all the money and put it in an account he couldn't touch, because he's been spending a lot. None of our money, because I keep track of everything. I don't know what he's been doing on the side or what. I have no idea, but I know he helped her buy a house. And granted, it's not a very nice house. It's $8,000, because I looked it all up. And I don't, and I know he's been working on it. All them times he said he was going with his tool, no, he's been working. Helped her get a car, or bought her a car. The slime ball doesn't even work. This is what she does. Well, I guess now that my husband's had the stroke and the cancer and all that, his brain don't think right. So I don't know what's going on between them anymore, and I really don't care if that has ended, or he figured out she was using him. I don't know, and I don't care. She can have him. I told him, she can have you. Put her on the phone right now, and I'll tell her she can have you. I don't want you. Done with you. And so then he ended up having seizures. So maybe all of that made him have seizures. I don't know, and really don't care. You don't do that stuff, and you won't have a problem. A lot of things made sense to me in our relationship, and a lot of things, yeah, it's been going. I've traced it back to 10 years. It could go back. We were together almost 30 years. It could go back to the very beginning, for all I know. I'm going to keep an eye on the time. Okay. So when I come back, I'm coming back with that on my brain. In the meantime, while I was down there, there's a family situation with my mom and my sister that went on. I don't want to get into that either, but my mom decided she wasn't going to move near her. She calls me. I can't remember how I don't even know if she called me. I don't even know how it ended up happening. Oh, because I remember now. I knew that situation that happened with my mom and my sister. My mom was like, I'm done. I'm not moving down there. And I was like, well, I'm thinking she'll just stay here. Then just stay here. Don't worry about it. Blah, 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 blah. I come back. Well, I guess my mom really didn't want to stay there, but she should have said something. And she's had many opportunities for us to move together, but she's the one that always put the clinker in it. Yes, until the end, the clinker. And she's done it to me 2 or 3 times. So this last time, I wasn't going to offer it to her. I was living in a little tiny house. I'm not, take care of yourself, So, make a long story short, she ends up coming up here around the end of June. And our plan was, because I was just going to stay in the little house until I figured out after the summer what I wanted to do. But that's changed with her moving up there because I could not live in that little house with her. So we were going to rent a place together. We wanted to move closer to Virginia so we can be closer to my other family up there. So we take a trip up there. Well, she comes here and she's not feeling well. And I know the plane ride did her in. So I figured, you're tired from the plane ride. She rested a few days. And she still wasn't feeling good, her stomach, and I don't think she was taking her medicine right. I didn't realize I had to do everything for her at this point, because at this point, I think my mom was already done with life, but wasn't saying anything to anybody. So, we head up to Virginia. We look around, can't really find anything. And you got to remember, this is the housing market where people were selling their houses for a lot of money and have nowhere to live because everything's rented. And she wasn't feeling good. You can't leave here in the morning, leave here at 9 o'clock in the morning and then drive there and look around for a second or two getting information and then have to go to a motel at 1:30 in the afternoon because you don't feel good. So, and that's what we did. We went to the motel. And I was like, we were actually going to go work our way up to see my brother. But she was not feeling well. And I said, well, we're going back tomorrow. This is ridiculous. So we stayed there overnight, and I called my brother and said, we're not going to come up, we're going back. And we came back. She pretty much has not left the bed since she got here. When she first came here, she was in the bed most of the time, but she'd get up in the morning, eat breakfast, and she said, I gotta lay down, I gotta rest my stomach. Well, I know she just wanted to get in the bed. She's good at making excuses like that. And she'd stay there. So at that point, she's only getting up in the morning. And then it wasn't getting up at all. And her stomach was getting worse, and I'm trying to figure out, why isn't this medicine working? So I called the doctor. Doctor prescribes another one. I take her other medicines and I Google everything. The one medicine that she said she wasn't taking anymore, which she made it sound like it was like an antacid, and she said, I just can't take it, it's too big, it hurts my throat, blah, blah, blah. Well, when I read it, this is the main medicine that you're supposed to be taking 4 times a day. This is what heals your stomach. It coats it and heals it. So once I figured that out and was cutting the pill in half, and she was taking, her stomach was getting better. She was getting better. But she still didn't feel right. Because things were going on. Things were going on behind the scene. So, I thought, what am I going to do? Just live here with her in this little tiny house? No, it couldn't do that. So I said, I don't know. And there's really nothing I've been looking on Google. I was asking, not Google, Craigslist, the marketplace. 90% of what I thought might have been something good for us was a scam. There were so many scams on that, and I was like overwhelmed. It just so happens, this was about the beginning of, the end of June, the beginning of July. The people here that lived in this house moved. So this house was up for rent. It's a 3-bedroom. Excuse me. It's a 3-bedroom house. So what we did, she said, well, I'm not going to rent it until August. I said, that's fine, as long as you rent it to me. She said, fine. So I had a place. I thought, phew, get my mom better, get everything going. Had scheduled my daughter and her boyfriend to come up here beginning of August to help me move before she went to school, because I had heavy stuff, the washer, dryer. And they came, and they moved my stuff. My mom still was not feeling all that great. She's pretty much stayed in the bed. She was eating, but not that well, but she was eating. She was getting up, going to the bathroom, you know. She just pretty much wanted to sleep. She just didn't feel good. So, then we move. Then we're on moving day. I'm going to end the video here because it's already 10 minutes. I will put up the next one tomorrow. Or, well, I guess it'll be tomorrow after this. Because I don't know if I put it up today. Anyway, I'm confusing everybody. But I will continue the story about us moving. And we will go from there. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.